Okay, I think we're live. Welcome, everyone. This is Dr. Norbert from the Dr. Norbert and Huggy Bear Show. And I am very pleased to be back streaming again as we start Season X, the 10th season of the MCP TTS League. This is week 1. And tonight, usually Huggy Bear would be here, but he had another engagement because of some construction happening at the game club locally. So I instead brought my friend from London in, good old Milo Man, Sasha. Hello, Sasha.
Hey Norbert, how's it going? Nice to be here.
Good. It is so great to have you here again. Thanks for joining for this first week as we kick off this season. Are you in the TTS League, or is your baby keeping you busy?
I have decided not to play in this one. I am taking it easy and seeing how things go, but I'm sure I will participate in the next one.
Oh, fantastic. That's great.
Yeah.
As you know, all the seasons now have been pre-planned out for the year. So we have 3 seasons kind of evenly spread out over the course of the year. What do you make of that change?
Sounds good. I can't see a reason why not to do that. Nice and predictable. Everyone knows what's going on and can make their plans. So yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're hoping. So everybody can have plans, and also now we're able to. It's quite tight to try to get the season to fit. We did our survey. We saw that we needed people wanted 3 seasons, but they wanted a bit of a break between. So we had to really kind of work that out to make sure it all fits into the year. But it's good because it takes about it's 3 months to do this, to do the league from start to finish if you include the people who qualify. But then everybody gets a month off, including the qualified peoples, before the next one starts. So it should be really fun that way.
Yeah, no, I think it's good.
Cool. So good. Welcome, everybody. Glad to see you all in the chat. Hope we have a nice time together. I'm going to be cracking open my Guinness here. Do you have any beverages tonight?
I got a glass of red.
Glass of red. Is it a South African red by any chance?
No, it's Italian red. It's a Primitivo.
Oh, I just bought a bottle of Primitivo for my dear wife from Puglia.
Yeah, that's where those grapes apparently grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice. Although I need to get down to South Africa, and I'd love to do some of the wine tours down there. I mean, the wine industry there has matured so much since when I first started drinking red wine seriously.
Yeah, it's always been quite a thing in South Africa. The wine route is highly recommended for anyone who goes down that way. Yeah. Beautiful part of the country. Good wine.
Perfect.
Good food.
We'll come on to that and again later, but let me quickly catch these guys with their rosters open. So we have these are whose side is this? The red side, right?
That's Rich.
Yeah. So this is Rich's roster. He's put together Agent Venom. All right, Agent Venom, Drax, Gamora, Ghost Rider, Groot, Nebula, Rocket Raccoon, Ronan the Accuser, No Gem apparently, Star Lord, and Winter Soldier. Then on Christian's side, good old Christian, not feeling so well. He was under the weather, almost didn't make the game, but decided to power through, so credit to him. He brought Nick Fury, Shield. All right, Nick Fury Jr., Iron Man, Hawkeye, Bullseye, Black Widow, Cuts Core Widow. Nick Fury Sr. with the Howling Commandos, Red Guardian, Rhino, yes, Original Human Torch, yes, Winter Soldier. These are great choices. What a great match for tonight.
Yeah, exciting. I see the players have stuck with what they're familiar with. From my recollection from previous seasons, Rich is avid Guardians player and likes violence in his games, and Christian likes finesse and likes shield. So, I think they'll both be doing what they know very well. But I'm particularly excited to see how the new crises impact their playstyles.
Absolutely. So let's take a quick peek. So I see Rich is trying to type me something, but in the meantime, we could take a quick peek. Christian's got Montesi, Struggle for the Cube, Fear Grips. Those are all essentially the same as in the old days. Riot Sparks the same, Affinity Formula the same, Demons Downtown. So pretty much the same.
Choices, yeah.
Just a second. Okay, cool. So those are pretty standard, so nothing too crazy there. Let's go see what Rich had brought along with him. I hear them about to do the the rolls. Cosmic Invasion, that's changed a little bit. Gamma Wave changed significant. There's good Sword Base. Sword Base is quite different. I'm really interested. I like
Yeah.
Sword Base now. Fear Grips, Mute Extremists, also very
Very
different. Yeah, Research Station about the same. So I'd say about 2/3 stuff that we're kind of used to, and 1/3 that are the newer stuff.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we get a spicy new Crisis combination.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
hope so
looking
too.
forward.
Let's do it. I want to shout out my friend from a long time back, Nigel. Nigel from the Muse on Minis podcast, which is a fantastic show. It used to be a War Machine show. Now it's become an MCP show, which is fantastic to see. He's in the chat tonight. Good to see you, my friend. I hope to see you at Adepticon at your booth. Right. Let's see what got chosen. So we've got Struggle for the Cube and Cosmic Invasion Black Order.
Looks like we're easing in with some classics for the first game of the season. Nothing too exciting and drastically new there.
No.
Cubes have changed a bit though, haven't they, Norbert?
Yes, insofar as here, let's go show everybody. They basically is the same except when you take the damage from the cube. And now it's in the cleanup phase. Whereas before it used to be in the power phase, which is at the beginning of the round. And so it kind of would mess you up. You'd lose your character before you could do anything with him sometimes. And Cosmic Invasion is the other one. That's 4 points this time on a D map. And if you roll a crit or a wild, if you're, so if you control it, if you roll a crit or wild during the power phase, you gain 2 power, but you're pushed short. And Rich chose Secures in his case. So the Secures are his. Now we just have to check to see if they're going to get 16 or 17 points. Tonight's map comes to us from Pat, ATB Pat Dunford. Thank you, Pat. Want to shout out that he went ahead and took all the competitive season maps and reconfigured them so that they'd be compatible with the new Crises points. So that was a big help to the mod. So thank you very much for Pat. And Rich won Priority and chose Secures, if I didn't mention that already. So he took the Cosmic Invasion, and so Struggle for the Cube came out of Christian's deck. Christian is shown as in blue here. Heem, la la lo. I'm going to call him Christian. Right. So Nigel is going to be at the Adepticon, working his booth for Muse on Minis, and also he's going to try to get some games in. I've heard him working out his roster on his podcast, so it'll be interesting to see what he actually brings to the show. Good to see you there. Glenn is wondering why Rich kept Ronan in his roster. Now, you're a big Guardians fan. What do you think, Ronan?
All right.
We're playing 16 threat. 16 threat.
The biggest problem with Ronan is there's a 4-threat character in this game, and that's a very, very competitive slot in a roster.
Yeah. I wanted to also mention before I forget that we have the MCP Weekender coming up February 10th through 12th in York, England, beautiful York, England. 1 ticket became available. So if you were on the fence before and missed out to get on this amazing 2.5-day, 3-day MCP hotel exclusive to the event type of event, definitely message me or go right to what's his name, Mike E on Discord. He hook him, DM him, and you can get information about it. But basically, I think it's what was it, 120 pounds for the ticket, I think, and that includes lodgings and breakfast and dinners every night, and then all day gaming for 2.5 days. So basically, a fantastic deal in an American style convention with or organized play, plus also fun stuff in between events or rounds and stuff like that. So 1 ticket left if you have missed it. Vikash, one of my buddies on my chat from the York meta, is saying hello. Hello, Vikash. Or Vic. And we have, I think, Connor in the chat as well. He's you've played against him in our local events, haven't you?
I don't think we've ever had opportunity to actually play.
All right.
Each other.
as everybody knows, I'm part of the London meta. So are you. So is Connor. And yeah, he's confirming not yet. So next time you guys are both in the same Thursday night gaming session, I will make sure you pair you up.
Looking forward to it.
Cheers, everybody, to a great season ahead.
Cheers.
Oh, that's good.
Think we'll get to see the Human Torch in action in this game?
I hope so. I want to see these characters because I looked at Human Torch. I was working on my team up roster with Gil for Adepticon. And we're talking through some things, and Human Torch came up for one particular reason, and it's quite interesting, really interesting.
Yeah, cubes are assets, right? So you can actually use his ability on them, I think.
Yes, correct. Yeah, it's everything but the humans. It's kind of easy to remember. Citizens are the ones that are the odd one out, and they're usually people.
Looks like he did not make the cut.
Glenn, it is February 10th through 12th. 10th through 12th, which is the MCP weekend. You really must come if you can. Right, so let's see this. We've got Winter Soldier, Groot, Ghost Rider. That is one of RichMid's favorite characters, so I'm not surprised to see that. Rocket Raccoon, of course, and Star-Lord. It's a fairly standard Guardians list, unfortunately, for us to watch, but I'm sure Rich is very comfortable with that list. He's got Follow Me, Deal with the Devil, Deadly Duo, Lovable Misfits, and Patch Up. All pretty common, apart from Lovable Misfits, which I think community is a little bit divided on. Then on the Shield side, and I'll let you comment on your thoughts, we've got Nick, of course. Nick Fury Sr., great model. I can't wait to play with that model myself. Iron Man, nice one. Winter Soldier and Red Guardian. So fortunately, none of the spicy bits tonight. Everybody's taking their meat and potatoes because I guess they don't want to lose any opportunity to progress. Both of these guys are competitive players. We have Sacrifice, Helios Laser, yeah. Eye in the Sky, of course. Comrade's Keeper, that's the Red Guardian bodyguard card. And lastly, Battlefield Medicine, of course. All the good cards for Shield, plus the good character cards. So all expected. And as I said before, we're playing 16 threats. So what do you make of these choices?
Yeah, I mean, looks like Rich is going for the standard approach of violence. Most of his characters are good at dealing damage, and I think he's just taking advantage of that. I think Christian's less offensive. So, yeah, I guess it's going to be a case of whether he's going to be able to weather the storm and score points quick enough to win. I just assume that's how this game might play out.
All right. Well, that's always a classic combination. It's the brute force versus the kind of finesse faction.
Yeah, the tactics card selection. Christians are all more defensive cards, trying to stay alive. There's, one nuke there to try and take out a big threat. Ghost Rider is always a pain to deal with because of Deal with the Devil, I guess. So I don't know who he's prioritizing for that. Yeah, and Rich has got Follow Me, so I'm pretty much sure he's going to try and use dazing to do great effect in this game.
People are already saying that the midline is going to be nasty business against that Guardians list.
Yeah. Guardians are definitely good at fighting. So the only thing they've got going against them in this scenario is the fact that the map's a D shape.
Yeah,
might be a slight issue. But I guess a big thing is going to be who's going to have the majority of the cubes and who can hold on to them the longest, because that's going to be the balance of the points. Unless Rich is going for like a KO, which I don't think he will do. I mean, Shield's got some good ways to try and avoid getting hit and take damage with Eye in the Sky and things like that. But yeah, I'm very excited to see how they approach the game.
Me too. Glenn, life is short notice, so that's not an excuse to come to the York MCP Weekender. We've got Cookie in the house, Utility Cookie. Good to have you here. Hope you got your scotch to hand. I'm going to point out the Cosmic Vaults, everybody. We have one on the bottom, one on the top, one on the right, one on the left, and 5 cubes here in the center kind of area. Size 3 fountain in the middle. How big is this tree? Size 2 tree. size 3 building here, but we got a size 4 truck here, size 3 one here, size 4 truck over there. Oh my goodness.
Not many throws on the teams though.
No.
I don't think there's any really. No. It doesn't look like there's any terrain throwing that's going to be happening in this game.
What do you think, though, about Ghost Rider in a violence-oriented Guardians list, though? Isn't he better with a lot of weenies around?
Yeah, I mean, there's enough characters around for him to get power, and you know, the rerolls from the leadership just helps with his biggest problem, which is the consistency on his attacks. So yeah, I think it's great. I think also the mobility that he has on a D-map's good because you can reposition him when you need him.
Yes.
Good at hunting down whoever's trying to run off with a cube. So yeah, I think he's a solid choice.
I was playing Ghost Rider in Midnight Suns, and he would sit on a D point. He'd move forward, and then hop, and shoot somebody, and then do his long rider thing back, or shoot somebody twice. Actually, once. It was really great if he has the power to do it. And they didn't want to go after him because then he was back here on the no man's land.
Yep.
Jonah making fun of you, Sasha, that you're not the Huggy Bear. But
I'm definitely not the Huggy Bear. I'm a poor imitation, but I'll have to do for this evening.
I'll have to do. Right, let's take a look at deployment so far. We've got Rich, very interesting. I wonder if that's a fake deployment, or, like he made a mistake or something. But Ghost Rider right in the middle, but Winter Soldier behind him. Star Lord to the left flank here on the bottom of the screen, and then Rocket and Groot here on the top. Meanwhile, Christian has put center Winter Soldier as well. Nice place for him. Shield agents, Nick Fury on the right flank, and Red Guardian as well, protecting them. And Nick Fury Sr. and Iron Man on the left flank. So pretty spread out. And looks like here we go. Rich is going to move Groot up. Looks like he's going to grab that cube. Makes sense. And let's see where he goes with him next. Top point? Sure.
Yeah, I imagine contest that. It's not a bad place for Groot to be, I guess. He's tough. He doesn't mind the cube so much because he can heal himself. So great character to hold the cube.
Good.
But he does 2 energy attackers opposite him, which is not his favorite thing. And yep. Looks like Christian's straight away going to try and pepper him with some laser beams.
Good old Nick Fury. Those Howling Commandos.
They got energy attacks, I think, if I remember correctly.
You looking it up, or shall I call up the card?
I can do it. Let's see. Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos, I think it was an energy attack.
See, while you're talking, I'm going to ask you a question. CJP is asking about within 3. Yeah, in MCP, unlike many usual miniature games, you could go within, which means that you don't have to actually go completely within. You just have to be within. And so that means that you could go to the very tippy top of the measuring stick, and that's perfectly legal. And so that's why you typically see people deploy all the way out to the top of their measuring stick. This is why this Ghost Rider Winter Soldier thing is a bit unusual. But someone, Connor, I think, suggested that it might be Winter Soldier body blocking Ghost Rider so he doesn't get pushed off that point if he's going to stay on that as part of the crisis, what do you call it, scenario ability. All right, what did you find out about the commandos?
So their basic attacks, normal physical attack. They do have grenades that they need to spend power to shoot. So I don't think they'll be doing that.
Mm.
So yeah, so it's just really Iron Man that's the concern.
Okay, well here he is. Speaking of the devil, he's going to pop out from behind his little truck. So cinematic, you could see his little jet feet kind of hover him up over the top of the the truck, and then he's going to move over and he's going to torch that tree. Pichu! Let's see if he makes it.
This must be the moment where the Guardians first visit Earth and the defenders of Earth don't know what to make of them, so they end up having a bit of a squabble.
So he's picked up the cube and is going to go ahead and give Groot a little shock.
Crossing his fingers for a wild, I'm sure.
Right.
No wild.
No luck, and not a great roll. But Groot didn't save anything, so he takes 1 damage.
Something.
Hey, Coddle, the lead MCP organizer in Ireland now. Good to see you on the chat. Hope your club and meta is growing nicely. And we have Starlord coming over his truck in similar fashion. He's like, well, if Iron Man can do it, I'm going to do it. He pops over, grabs the cube.
Makes a witty remark and retreats.
Looks like he's going to hold the back point, which makes sense with his long-range attacks.
He's busy trying to convince Ghost Rider to do something.
Do something. Do something useful. No one venturing out to get that center cube.
Yeah, very cagey. Because it's pretty dangerous to go for it, isn't it?
Somebody has to. Red Guardian picking up a cube and going to contest that back point. Now, he doesn't typically contribute a lot offensively, but, you know, to maximize his ability for bodyguarding, you want him to be near somebody else. And so I'm not sure that he'll be able to do that being all the way on that far point.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see how relevant that card becomes, depending where the action is.
Mm-hmm. What is the nature of the card? Is it just bodyguard for 2 power, basically?
Yeah, it's like lethal protector type thing.
Yeah.
Remember correctly.
Within 3.
He spends the power and then he places within 2 of the ally and takes the hit.
Ah, but you know what this is? This is like Heroes for Hire, because then you throw the character.
Yes.
Oh, go away. I got another spammer. Who needs spammers here? Good Lord.
I'll make a living somehow.
Yeah, I gotta make all this money.
Poor bots, man.
How do we report this idiot? Report. Get out of here. Where is it? Spam. Go away. Spam. Go away.
So, Rich is backstopping Groot with Rocket, it seems. Very good use of Rocket. Particularly annoying, the combination of them, because you can't really get Rocket away without a dedicated throw, because every attack that goes on and bounces off onto Groot, so makes a very good backstop.
People are congratulating me that I actually have spammers. I shouldn't be upset because that means I'm hitting it big. I'm doing it right. I'm doing this Twitch thing right.
Problem to have, as they say.
If there's any accusers watching, apparently Starlord should be down to 0 power since he picked up a cube.
He has 0 power, though.
Did he? Maybe he caught it in the meantime. I was catching up on the chat.
Yeah.
All right, what did I miss? There's who's shooting? Oh, Winter Soldier shooting at Grid Guardian.
The space version of Winter Soldier.
Think about the backstory there. He's used to be captured by the Russians and brainwashed and done all these things, and now he's shooting his former comrade, Red Guardian. I mean, what is he?
Yeah, I mean, clearly this is a multiverse kind of version of him that got shot into space instead of brainwashed or something.
Damn, he did a number on Red Guardian though. Good Lord, he did 4 out of 5 hit points with those attacks.
Without a winging token.
Holy moly! Oh, Winter Soldier really, really did not like how you behaved in the Gulag, Red Guardian. And he is letting you know about it tonight.
This is the outer-shaped David Tennant version of Red Guardian, obviously. Could have moved fast enough.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, so you say Rocket backstops Groot up top, so we've done that. What did Chris John's Winter Soldier do? Just walk up?
That's sitting on a point.
Sitting on the back point. Okay, got
Yep.
it. Oh, yeah, I see it. Okay. And the cubes. Okay, so Guardian's got a cube, but he's almost dazed. That's not great. Iron Man's fine. And then it's Groot and Star-Lord. So seems like each player has a cube on either flank of the board.
My prediction is that unless Kushan gets lucky and someone does a lot of damage to Ghost Rider, who I think is going to pick up the middle cube, Rich will go up by 1 point this round. I think he is less scared of going for the middle cube.
Yeah, because who's left on the he's
Just
got
Ghost Rider, yeah.
yeah, but
He's got
then
a
both
broken.
both Furies have to go still.
Yeah, I think Senior might be a bit far to get any shots in on Ghost Rider. So he's likely getting one attack from the Shield Agents, one attack from Fury Senior, I think, on Ghost Rider, and then Fury Junior's got to do something else.
So it looks like Rich is passed actually, and so
Oh, good.
classic move for Shield. They're going to send the grunts up to grab that cube, and this is because the grunts can then, when they get dazed, they can actually toss the cube backwards.
Where it goes, yeah.
Yeah, which is their very
Okay.
powerful ability. All right. I should mention I've been saying that there's about backstopping on these points. The crisis has changed, so the push is now in any direction, not away from the center of the
Oh, has it? Oh,
vault. Yes. So the backstopping helps to a degree. In other words, you can't get pushed that direction where the body is, but you can still be pushed in other directions. While you're looking that up, Nick Fury Jr. has hopped up on the card. He's contesting the point alongside Winter Soldier. And as I mentioned, he is in a position to grab that cube should the grunts decide to drop it, because they can toss it in any direction 3.
interesting.
I was right? Any direction.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, what I'm saying is interesting is that looks like Rich is committing Ghost Rider to contest that point,
Mm-hmm.
which that makes sense. Slow the game down a bit and get into position to go after the most injured character on the table, which is Red Guardian.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
Seems-
last one is a senior, and he's deciding to go after the Rocket and Groot pair.
Yeah.
Jonah's making a good point about Red Guardian. Rich has put him there, put Ghost Rider there, because at the top of the turn, he's going to, or at the end of the round, he'll daze and drop the cube, so Ghost Rider will just go ahead and pick it up.
And then potentially just KO him.
Oof. That's right. Because Rich will retain priority. Senior's gone ahead and is attacking either Rocket or Groot. Doesn't matter, because Groot's going to take it, most likely.
Yep.
And does 3 hits and 2 saves. So one damage going through.
Gives
And then
Ghost Rider. He's got the advance, so that could help him contest.
Yeah, so is this part of the attack?
Yes. It's a wild, gives you pursuit, so you can advance short towards the target.
Fantastic. Great.
So-
Very lucky for him. So Iron Man didn't make it out, but perhaps this is better, because
Yeah, the more experienced Nick Fury. Showing him how it's done.
showing these whippersnappers how it's done. And if you missed it, what Sasha was saying was Ghost Rider gets a power because one of his people got damaged, and that happens anywhere on the board, no range. All right. Okay, we're on round 2. Rich has got 3 points, and Christian has 4 by virtue of having that extra cube. But now they're doing the pushes.
Yeah. Whenever I play this crisis, it hardly ever happens that I get power from this or get pushed. I
So
don't know what your experience been of it. Have you had much luck getting power with this crisis?
no, I don't play it very often as a result. What are we looking for? A crit or a wild on one die?
One die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. The cube drops, as we said, because of the days at the end in the cleanup phase.
Yeah.
And Rich
Is the push resolved in the cleanup or the power phase?
I believe that's the power phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, power phase. Yep. Cubes before pushes. That's right. That's a mantra to live your life by. Lepo Gidalalormor. Cubes before pushes.
Yeah.
Hey, not Christian, Chris from our tournaments is in the chat and saying hello.
Hello.
Yeah, cubes before pubes. I did almost say that, Nigel. Cubes before pubes. That's another mantra to live by.
Mhm.
That looked like a crit, so I think there was a push there. Was that for a Star-Lord?
Possibly.
Let's see.
He
Quinn
seems
Duggan,
to.
I missed the shout out to you. Hey, you were supposed to talk about your tournament experience in London on the show, on the weekly show. Did Rich shut you down again? He's such a fascist with that show. He doesn't give you any room when you're obviously the creative force behind that show. But Quinn Duggan came down from Manchester, or maybe a little closer to Manchester, all the way down to London last weekend, was it? We had a fantastic day. 28 players playing MCP in London. We were booked out the entire area that we could possibly book out. It was fantastic.
Oh, it's a pity I missed it.
Quinn said that he spoke about it on today's episode, so I will tune in. It wasn't part of the promo, Quinn. Again, I don't know who's working your advertisement, but you need to talk to that guy because I wasn't going to tune in because I didn't want to hear about the London event. Connor, Chris also were at the event. They also said they had a good time. So if you're ever in London, we run a tournament towards the end of each month. And we also run Thursday night gaming from 6 to 10 every Thursday night at the Bad Moon Cafe. Right. So we've had Star-Lord getting pushed further back. That makes sense. We've had Groot pushed off to closer to Africa there on the very top of your board. And it looks Winter Soldier and Nick Fury all survived the pushes.
Red Guardian seems to be getting pushed. As I say, these pushes don't seem to happen very frequently. We seem to explosion of cosmic vaults happening in this round.
Yeah, Vic, we had 28 people. It was amazing. Typically, we only have room for 24, but the cafe wanted to start exploring the idea of having a couple more tables attached to our event. And so they were able to accommodate that. And it was great because we had all these Northerners come down. They navigated the Watford Gap, didn't get stopped, and were able to come and play. Okay, so Red Guardian got pushed as well, adding insult to injury. Big Ron's in the house. Big Ron, one of the biggest tournament organizers in the UK. And I don't mean his body size. I mean just in stature. That's not even saying it right. Damn it. It's not what I meant, Ron. But he's looking to come down to London sometime. I would love to have you there. All right, back to the action.
Yeah.
Rocket taking a look to see if he can take out Iron Man. He doesn't have his little buddy, though. I'm wondering if he shouldn't be scurrying across to Groot.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm quite curious to see what Rich prioritizes here.
Yeah, tricky question. This is it. Now we're getting into the thick of things. Before it was a lot of fun and games. Now time for serious business. Still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to see what.
Yeah, that change to the Cosmic Vaults is a good one. I like it.
What's that?
The change to the Cosmic Vaults for the push direction. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Do like it.
They did such a fantastic job with the Crisis overhauls. I'm so pleased, and it's really credit to AMG and the developers, who I look forward to seeing at Adepticon. As a matter of fact, they're finally going to be able to come out after a number of pandemic-related no-shows. And I know a lot of these folks from War Machine days, so I'm friends with some of them, and it'll be great to see them again regardless.
Yeah. So it looks like Rich is trying to decide whether he goes first with Ghost Rider and tries to get rid of Red Guardian, or if he tries to do something about the Rocket and the Groot situation, because I think he knows that Rocket's in somewhat of a vulnerable position there.
been told to remind everybody that at Adepticon, not only will the developers be there manning the booth and all that, but they look like they might actually be playing some open gaming with people at the event. So that's going to be fun. I'll be there with Pat Dunford, along with Gil. And next year, Jonah is trying to save up some cash and make a little bit of a kind of a bucket list item that he's gotten pre-approval for from the significant other. Ooh. So next year, he might be coming along. So, Sasha, maybe by then your baby would be a little bit more under control. And
I'm sure she'll be gaming by then. So the rate is going.
So maybe you could think about coming out to a Mecca with us, the wargaming Mecca that is Adepticon.
Sounds like a plan.
Think about it. All your South African buddies would be rooting for you. Who's attacking who? I see a lot of sticks on the ground, but nobody touching anybody else.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening.
Yeah, let's see. Whoever's rolling.
Whatever is happening is it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5 hits into 0. Oh, is it Ghost Rider into Guardian?
I think it's Red Guardian. Oh, but he might have he's got the Count Blanks ability, so I think Red Guardian's luckily saved 3.
Nice one. That's amazing, because that was a fantastic hit. Here comes the second attack. 2 hits this time, not as grandiose, but no saves. So poor Red Guardian's back up to 4 out of 6 hit points.
And I don't know if the wing unit token was used yet. Must have been. Okay. So he's grabbing cube and he's
legging it.
Legging it.
So he's attacked twice, and now he's got the power to use his Log Rider ability, which is a long move. That doesn't put him into 1. He doesn't contest, but he's away from the action down there. Yeah. And now, the other thing about Ghost Rider is if he's within 3 of an opponent, and if they roll crits, then he gets to hurt them or something. I forgot now how that works.
Yeah, Wicked's Judgment, I think it's called. You can pay 1 power per crit to do a damage.
Right.
It can be quite painful. But yeah, looks like Ghost Rider's issued Red Guardian a stern warning and retreated.
Did you know about Adepticon when you were down in South Africa?
Oh yeah, I heard about most of the wargaming cons when I was down there playing. What was I playing? Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah.
Was, my main game back then.
What editions did you play through?
7th and 8th mainly when I was playing.
Hmm. Any interest in the old world rebooting?
I don't know. I just don't know if I have the time to actually rack up an army on the movement trays anymore. When I think back to the amount of time that took, and
yep,
I don't know if I could bring myself to do it again.
I hear you. All right, Nick Fury Sr. is taking advantage of Raccoon being all by himself and attacking him, so he's going to take this hit. That is 3 hits into 1 save, so he survives.
But he always gets cover.
Oh, cover, of course, 2 saves. Ooh. So he's taking 1 hit out of 3. And I'm gonna suggest that Christian finishes him off, but we'll see. I don't know. Still thinking.
Still has his win a token.
Oh, yes. All right, he's Christian's trying to see how far can Rocket shoot, and yes, he can hit both of your dudes. Nothing like staring down Rocket's gun. Oh, I hate that raccoon so much that I've decided to start playing him.
He's not bad for a 2 threat.
Oh, yeah. So I've put together, my roster now is a Guardians, pretty fairly standard Guardians list, but featuring Malekith. He's like the gangster rapper into the the white pseudo rap band.
Space Cat. How do you find Malekith with his adjusted rules?
Fine. I mean, fine. I mean, he's not stupid and on the table any longer. You have to actually play him as opposed to just throwing him up like an idiot. But you know, he's violence, in course, in the flesh. You know, made flesh. And Guardians seems to capitalize on that. Plus, you know, he doesn't get a dud roll with winging in tokens as much. Christian electing to move Senior away. Interesting. But staying within 4 of Rocket. Not quite sure what Christian's up to here. I think he was
maybe do some movement shenanigans with Nick Senior.
yeah.
Reposition Iron Man out of range. And yes, I think that's what's happening here. One of the very nice utilities of that character is to reposition your other characters into safer positions. So this keeps Iron Man from getting double tapped.
Gotcha. So this is for other people who are not familiar with this character. It's the same ability as Medusa has, which is basically she can flip herself over somebody within 1, or she can flip them over her if they're within 1, and that's what just happened.
It's much more World War II-ish name: Siblings in Arms.
Okay. So I guess Christian was worried about between cover and the wing and the tokens that he wasn't going to actually take out Rocket despite only having 2 hit points left. Is that what you think's happened?
I think it's a reasonable assessment. I think when you do that one attack into Rocket and he takes 1 damage with his 2 defense stunts, it's very demotivating sometimes. And you're like, I could try again, but if it fails,
yep, then I'm
it's very
screwed.
bad because Groot can pretty much beat up Nick Fury Senior, and Rocket can take some shots at Iron Man with his wing unit tokens. So these are all bad things.
Nick Fury Sr. has stealth, performed by the crafty chatters. Thank you for that. Yeah, so he's protected against Rocket as well. So nicely done, Christian. Taking it a bit easier up there, not rushing into the win.
Yeah, playing the defensive game as we assumed he would with the roster he's taken.
That's right. That's right.
Limiting the opportunities to get double taps.
Rich being violent, nearly taking out Red Guardian so far.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's paying off. The attack rolls are coming up with favorable results. Let's see if it keeps going that way.
Yeah. We've got about 255 players in the league this time around. We're really pleased with that turnout. It's a fantastic number of people from all around the world. The brackets are almost evenly weighted, which is nice. If you missed the beginning of the league, you can still join. You just need to message some of the TOs in the Discord, the TTS Discord, and we will draw you in the second round. The second round draw takes place Sunday evenings. So you can still qualify, as a matter of fact, because you need to get 5 wins, and there's 6 rounds. So you just have to win all 5 of the games that you end up playing.
Easy.
Groot moved up and decided to attack Nick Fury Sr., and his commandos seem to love it. They're like, no problem, Tree. Come hug us anytime.
And in Groot is healing himself, predictably.
Did he?
Yes.
All right. With
his damage has completely disappeared as he regrows his damaged branch and sprouts a few flowers.
Hey, when's Volume 3 film coming out?
It's fairly soon, isn't it? A few months time. I think Ant-Man is coming out first.
Yeah, Ant-Man. So it's this year, though, right?
I believe so. Chat can correct us if we're wrong, but I do think it's this year.
Groot has also rooted Nick Fury Sr., which I think is a fantastic idea.
Yep.
Now, Christian is going to get Iron Man and try to probably push Groot off there. Let's see if he decides to do it.
Yeah, he's got some power to use Friday AI to improve his odds.
Nope, he's changed his mind. Sorry. Down at the bottom now. 5th of May, apparently, is Guardians 3.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Not that I'm going to be able to go to the cinema to see it, but
Just bring your
I
baby with you. I'm sure nobody would mind that at all.
have to wait for Disney Plus, I think. I believe there's some kind of showing for parents with children that they do in the mornings or something. Maybe I
Oh,
should try that.
that's
A
smart.
bunch of
Yeah.
mini screaming babies while I try to watch.
Yes, Ant-Man is in February. Correct, PHP.
I heard that's gone through some last-minute reshoots for some reason.
Oh my God. Whoa.
Yeah, drama. It's
Dra-
always a drama with movies.
Christian, not sure what to do apparently.
Hmm.
And where's the cube? Who? I guess the Shield agents have it. That's why it's not showing on the overhead display.
Yeah, the issue right now is that Rich has the third cube, let's call it that, on Ghost Rider. And he has a cube on Groot, which is going to be hard to get off. So the last remaining cubes on Star-Lord, and Star-Lord is also avoiding conflict. So this creates a bit of a problem where Christian needs to work out how is he going to get one of these cubes back. Because it's going to be challenging to win purely on the secures. I wonder what plan he'll come up with. I imagine he must be thinking of a Helios laser into Groot at some point here just to try and kill him to get a cube off him. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's got another plan.
All right, he's decided. Shield agents into Ghost Rider.
All right, he's going to see. He's going to see if he can do some damage to Ghost Rider.
And not bad. 3 hits. Does it look
It's
like
a reroll from Nick as well, I believe,
Okay.
because he's within 3.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And it looks like the winging net tokens got used, and he has to yet to roll them. I don't know what these guys are doing. A lot of chit chat going on. Roll the dice, Rich. Apparently Maria from our club, Sasha, goes to some sort of baby film thing. So you could ask her about what's options are out there.
For some pointers, yes. It seems like a thing I have to investigate.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I'll be on my paternity leave in May, so that's good timing.
Just sneak the baby out. Nobody's looking. Get her first set of dice. Here you go. Don't put these in your mouth. You have to get those big, fluffy, spongy ones. I may find you those. I have to go buy those.
In fact, I do have like 2 big D6s that are big foam D6s that I've already given it a play around with, so getting in there early.
Nice one. All right. Shield agents got moved back. They're within 2 of Winter Soldier. Now, Nick Fury. Sorry.
So they did some damage to Ghost Rider, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, he took 3 out of 8.
That's not bad.
Not bad. Nick Fury moved up, but I think he's just going to sit there as well. Gosh, Christian plays a cagey game.
Yeah, I suspect he's looking at jumping Winter Soldier over one of his characters to do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
With hard attack. One of the wonderful abilities of Winter Soldier that makes him so fun to play.
Rocket moving up into stealth range, or range of both characters now.
Yep.
And are they playing Deadly Duo? Yeah, he's playing Deadly Duos. So 3 shots coming in, and he's got his pick of targets. Thank you, Rich. Rich professional gamer on stream points out that he's first attacking Iron Man. Thank you, Rich. And 2 hits so far with a crit. Crit rolls into another hit. 3 hits against 1 save. Not bad. That was Iron Man, though, so he's going to reduce by 1. Take 1. Right. Next up is... Rich is deciding who's the tasty target. Ooh, should mention Nigel from Muse on Minis. Muse on Minis is putting out all kinds of new mats that work with the new crises. So I'm looking forward to trying to buy one of those while I'm over there in the States at Adepticon. This attack goes into Nick Fury Jr. 3 hits into 2 saves. So Nick takes 1 point of damage. No problem.
Fury is the 3rd victim.
Muse, sorry, Nigel, if you've got other stuff that you're going to be selling that's new, go ahead and throw it up in the chat. Let's hear what kind of goodness that you've got. I love it when gamers own shops like that because they think of interesting tools and tokens and other kind of cool swag that actually makes sense that you want to actually use in the game. Well, Winter Soldier didn't survive as well. 4 hits into no saves means he's on...
yeah, and here comes the spender. So doing the deadly to get some power to potentially do a spender. Although it looks like power has been put back onto Rocket. Okay. Yeah, because we might see Eye in the Sky get played. So something to bear in mind when you attack shield characters. That card is probably going to be a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So I assume that's probably what happened there, is that Rich said he's going to shoot Winter Soldier, and now Christian's considering Eye in the Sky. Yes, Eye in the Sky has been played.
Yes. Sweet application of this card.
Yeah, so what's quite nice here is you can move out of range to avoid getting attacked by this, and then potentially Hydra Tactic over Nick Fury and get some revenge, depending where he wants to go.
So Nigel from Muse on Minis has informed me that not only is he getting new maps out, so neoprene mats with the crises, but he's doing crisis token packs where you can get 6 extracts and secures, perfect for your needs. And it's museonstore.com if you want to check it out. museonstore.com. Okay, so we're doing an attack again. Ooh, nice hit. 1, 2, 4. 4 hits, and he's using his winging token. Boy, he's unloading both barrels.
This is a spender into somebody.
I'm not sure. That's 5 hits. 5 hits of the spender. It looks like into Nick Fury Jr.
Yeah.
So he did save 2, thankfully, for himself. So he's on 4 out of 6 hit points now.
Yes, and he's going to be getting the explosion because he got the wild. So the agents are going to take a damage, which I think kills. Yeah, so I think their cube is going somewhere.
Somewhere. I get they put it wherever they want. Didn't you win, Sasha, a bunch of trays from Muse on Minis? You know, those like big square ones where you could put the card on it plus all the tokens as well.
Yeah, I bought some. I think I won some.
Yes.
And then I bought some more, but I've not ended up using that much, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But they're very...
He says, I mentioned it because Nigel's saying that he's going to redo them. They're going to be better in time for Adepticon than the ones that he's currently selling. Right, so that means the shield agents got wiped out, which means they can toss the token to wherever they like. So he's tossed it in between his 2 other characters, Nick Fury and Winter Soldier. And now there's a
push. Yeah.
And this is part of the spender's ability, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think what Rich is hoping is to get him close enough for booby traps, although I don't think Rocket doesn't have enough power for booby traps. I think booby traps cost 3 on him, so probably doesn't matter. I'm assuming that's why he's got the range 3 on Rocket. So now he's just trying to find a place to push him, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it will matter with Hydra Tactics.
Right.
So I think Winter Soldier just... I suppose it stops him from being able to just pick up the cube and then Hydra Tactics attack twice. So here he's going to have to make a choice between getting a cube and 1 attack or attacking twice.
Right.
Well, Iron Man is still standing, so he's going to go for attacking twice, I assume.
Yeah, seems like it. It's attacking Rocket which will be
Probably going Groot.
Groot. Yeah.
Yes, 4 dice. So, okay,
Not bad.
not,
Three
not
hits.
bad.
3 hits with a crit.
Not bad.
Crit doesn't roll into anything. No saves again. Poor Groot.
Oh, this is going into.
No, it's
I'm
going
confused.
into Groot. It's
Okay,
going into Groot. Yeah, he was clicking the wrong thing, I think.
yeah.
Groot's 3 out of 7 hit points.
Yeah.
So that was 1 attack. And a card is being played. Is it Lovable Misfits? Tell us about this card.
It's the very chaotic card, which makes me think of Warhammer Orcs and Goblins, where you roll a dice for every Guardian's character, and then based on what you roll, something happens. It can either be good or terrible.
So Rocket's going first. Rocket rolls a blank. They may immediately advance short.
Not bad.
Let's see. Does he move? Could move back onto the point.
Yes.
Although he may want to, he's in range of all those guys.
I think he's going to fall back. Yep. Yep.
With that long gun, that makes sense.
Yeah, and also means if Iron Man activates and manages to push one of them, or if you can't push the other, it'll be quite tricky now with terrain. Depending how they treat the tree, it'll be very difficult. When I say the tree, I don't mean Groot. I mean the other
actual tree. He rolled again. Rich did, and got another blank. So this is a short move. Maybe he elects not to use it. And that's the end of that card. So sometimes it can be wonderful, and sometimes it's kind of blah.
Yeah.
Right. So that's out of the way. I had thought that Winter Soldier would be shooting a second time.
I don't think Winter Soldier has gone yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was it Rocket
This
going?
was still at the end of the rocket activation, so I
Alright.
think
Yeah.
we just saw the push from Winter Soldier.
Okay, that's what it was.
And I think maybe, I'm not sure, maybe Christian thought he could go, and then Rich was like, oh, no, I want to play card before we go, or something like that. Maybe it's what happened, because I thought I saw some dice getting thrown.
Yeah, me too.
Something.
So I learned
yeah.
something from the accusers. And I think I knew this actually, but when the recent, moderately distant rules changes, they've changed it such that now when you finish activating your character, your turn is over. Whereas in the past, you had an opportunity to play some more cards and stuff after the.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's changed. So
That's
there's no
okay.
window after you've activated your character. The turn is completely over, which makes things simpler, but does remove that flexibility.
Yeah.
Okay. Winter Soldier into Groot. Yeah, Glenn, there's a misunderstanding. We think that Winter Soldier actually wasn't going.
Yeah. Still rolled well.
Wargaming Dad has figured it out for us. That was when he dazed the grunts. Winter Soldier was able to do his got your back ability.
Got back. Ah, yes.
That's what it was.
That makes sense.
No. But no rapid fire. That's why we didn't see another attack.
Nice. Oh, this is pretty good. I think that attack roll was quite nice. And now is Winter Soldier in range of Groot here? I didn't quite see.
Oh, Christian apparently did get the trigger, but just didn't do the rapid fire. Oh, not good.
Yeah. I think one of the things that's a bit tricky is that if you attack Rocket and then it gets bodyguarded onto Groot and he's out of range 5, you're not in range for your rapid fire.
That's interesting.
Groot's not 5, so it's possible that's what's happened. Yeah.
The second attack doesn't follow the same rules as the first one, as if it was a brand new attack.
It says you may do another attack onto the target, but the target's not in range at that point, right? All
right. getting some rerolls. It must be Star-Lord. No?
And that looks like it's... Is that more attacks into... Okay, so Groot's in trouble. He's I think, will we see a patch up come out here to stop him from...
Battlefield Medicine got just about played on the Shield side.
Yeah.
And I think it was Nick Fury Jr. who got healed.
Yeah, makes sense. You don't want to buy him.
No, being the leader and all.
Yeah, not only do you lose your leadership, but you lose Eye in the Sky, which is arguably one of the most compelling things that Shield have going for them.
Right. So Winter Soldier's attention has brought Groot down to 6 out of 7 damage.
Yeah. So he's dazing in the cleanup phase unless something happens. And it looks like we are doing a Hydra Tactics potentially to grab a cube, or is this just a move?
Yeah, either way, that's what happened. I think it was a Hydra Tactic. And he's moved up there and picked up that cube. But he is sitting on only 1 hit point on that car.
Yeah. And we might see a Hydra Tactics Winter Soldier on Winter Soldier.
Woohoo! Yep. That's why Rich put that guy there. Now it makes sense to me. Oh my goodness.
Bang, bang, bang.
He moved Ghost Rider in the middle, not only to have him kind of use his abilities, but also to be a pivot for the Hydra Tactics. Amazing.
Yeah, and Ghost Rider makes a great model for that because of his ginormous base.
Yeah. Right, so this is Winter Soldier into the other Winter Soldier, and sure enough, he's dazed him. That's not a surprise. The cube has been dropped.
Base weapons are indeed superior, as we can see. And he could actually go and pick it up.
Amazing. Nicely done, Rich.
He's going to get a points lead. He's putting Winter Soldier in an interesting position.
I see a lot of news chatters in the stream. I'm so pleased to have you here. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Don't send me any money. I don't have any means to take it anyway. But this is all about the community. This is about having fun and getting to know new people. So do me a favor and subscribe all that just so other people can find the show. We tend to stream once a week during the league seasons. Yay, Toast RP followed me. Huzzah. I don't have one of those overlays that does like throw coins and stuff when somebody subscribes. I need to do it manually. I'm so old school. All right. So that's exactly what happened. Winter Soldier getting into the mix for things. That's kind of unusual.
Yeah, it works. I think he's happy to try and weather Iron Man's attacks for a round. And if he does, that gives him a 5-point swing this round. Yeah, on a 5-point swing, he scores 5, goes up to 8. And Christian looks like he will be getting 3.
He's got only 1 cube.
And potentially the 2 points. So I guess Red Guardian. Oh, depends what he decides to do with Red Guardian here. Red Guardian is not going to hang around and try and score the point. He's decided he's going to be a bit more useful. And
try to take out
a shield at him. I think it's only long range attack he has.
Let's see if he does well. Oh no, Christian. Oh,
He's a Red Guardian. He's not got an offensive name.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
Too much vodka.
He's so woozy for getting punch drunk by Ghost Rider.
He'll like bounce off the ground and landed up in a fountain. It's like floating in there now.
Okay, Ghost Rider's moving up. Not Ghost Rider. Star-Lord's moving up within 1 of the back points.
Yeah, he's gonna hang out there, I'm sure, and just score that.
So Rich has got 4 cubes. This is not going
Yep.
well for Christian. 4.
He's looking at 6 points this round. 4 cubes and 2 secures.
Right.
I don't think Iron Man's gonna shift to both Rocket and Groot off there.
You never know. Although the tree is kind of problematic, isn't it?
Well, if he bodyguards, there's a good chance Groot gets dazed, which
Mm.
is good.
Mm.
Which is good. Then potentially Rocket is exposed. So, but I'll see if Christian is going to leave his fate up to the dice, or if he's going to come up with some other plan here. I think we have an attack.
Let's see. 2 hits. Yep. 1
It was
saves.
Friday AI.
Oh God, poor Christian. 2 hits after all that, and but he saves 2. Bummer.
Yeah, and this was into Groot. Oh,
That sucks.
that's not what you want to see. Yeah, this is a stage in the game where I get frustrated and just like Helios laser, 20 dice to try to 1 damage to Groot.
Just gotta nuke it, nuke it from orbit. Oh, I've been here so many times. I've been here on stream playing my own games. It's such a nightmare.
Yeah, so having seen that, now he's reevaluating his options.
Yeah,
I think he was hoping for the days on Groot here. I mean,
for sure.
is it going to be?
Oh my God! Again, jeez, 2 hits out of 6 dice. My God, poor Christian.
Saves again?
Saved it. Oh, disaster! What a disaster!
Push at least, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, it's not what you want to see.
Yeah, I'm sure that that's stinging a bit.
Yeah.
Oh no, it looks like the damage did get through.
No, that's the cube damage.
It's the perfect. Okay, never mind. I was celebrating soon. I thought maybe
No.
I did something. No, that was the cube doing its job.
Cube showing up Iron Man.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's it for cubes, and now we should go on to pushes. Yep. There's the cleanup phase done.
Right.
8 to 6. 8 to 6.
Yep.
Still, he's still in it though. Christian is by no means out of this game.
No. That's a nice thing about MCP, right? There's usually always a way back. Got to keep a level head and
100%. Don't tilt in MCP. Some stupid comebacks have happened on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah. He's got a hard road ahead of him, but there's still hope.
Right. So Star-Lord has a cube, Winter Soldier, and Ghost Rider has cubes. All are relatively healthy. So it's not going to be easy taking them off there, but not impossible.
Are we going to see a beam from Ghost Rider here?
I'm thinking that they should be doing the pushes first for this from the crisis.
They probably should be.
I didn't see those dice being rolled.
No. Have they forgotten? Perhaps.
I think they might have.
Uh-huh.
Oh no!
No.
Darren, get in there. Go accuse them. Darren.
I think it's quite significant. Yeah, it could have quite a big impact on the positioning of some characters. Yeah.
You know, Jonah is also an accuser. He's just lazy. He could go in there. What got switched? Patch up. I just saw the patch up card get flipped. It healed. I guess it was Winter Soldier healing up.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
Is this are they rewinding?
Yeah. Yep. I think it might be. Yeah. Thank you, Darren. Darren or whomever.
And you're like, oh yeah, we forgot about that.
I have to tell you, I've done that more than one occasion in real life. Even you just get so excited about the game, both players, and you're into it, and you just carry on because you're just trying to get keep the action going, and then you're like, oh, PHP.
Yep.
What happened was is that they didn't do the power phase pushes off of the cosmic portals, so, but they are resolving that now, which is nice. So Rocket.
Yeah.
Crit and Wild makes a move. He does not get pushed. Then it's Groot. Groot gets.
And he's staying put.
Yep.
He's got.
Not sure who's being rolled for now. Probably Star
Now,
Lord.
this is usually how these vaults work for me.
I'm sure Christian's going to fail every one.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Not what he wanted to happen.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So Winter Soldier, who is on his injured side and fresh hit points, got moved forward closer to Rocket and Groot. And
I think what we're gonna see here is a conga line set up for Ghost Rider Beam.
Look for your
Oh
Junior.
no! Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry I said that, Christian.
I told you he was going to fail every one.
Arranged in a single file, and I
Oh.
think Rich's intention was clear. It's just his life has been made easier. He's like, oh, they're all in the line now. Yep.
Okay, back to Ghost Rider's activation. He's going to go ahead and do that long ride again.
So yeah, so this is a 5 dice energy beam that incinerates on damage, I think, and he gets to reroll one of these attacks. There's a patch up coming in.
Yeah, patch up. Yep, patch up went in.
Yeah, and no Ghost Rider's going to try and flambe some field agent.
He's going to be doing a little braai.
Yeah,
He's going to do a braai. That's South African for barbecue.
Yeah.
And he's going to skewer these tasty characters. Going to get all 4.
Yeah.
Oh, this Rich is such a bastard. What a disgusting thing to do.
I'm sure he must have been rubbing his hands on that vault at the back of the side. It is a cosmic vault, so it would make sense that it's favoring the cosmic team in this case.
So Winter Soldier is using the eye in the sky to bug out. Figures, what a mercenary. Through and through.
Save the injured guy. I guess that makes sense. You don't want him getting KO'd necessarily. My goodness.
And then he does have sacrifice.
He does. So I think this beam usually doesn't do that much damage from Ghost Rider in my experience, but we'll see how the dice land. I mean, I say that and then.
What's the trigger for incinerate damage?
It's damage, I think, for the incinerate, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, so that's into Iron Man.
No, I think Iron Man.
So the first one was into Nick Fury. He's on 3 out of 6 points and is incinerated. Now it's into Iron Man. Iron Man dazes, drops as a cube.
Yeah, I'm sure that is what Rich was hoping for. Yeah, and hoover these cubes up on Ghost Rider, who is going to probably try bug out. Now, Winter Soldier has been really wonderfully positioned here because he's within 1 of Ghost Rider for rerolls.
Right.
And you got to back him now from Iron Man being dazed.
Yeah. So this is Christian's Winter Soldier into Ghost Rider.
He's been a hero. He's got his trigger. Ghost Rider's immune to bleed, unfortunately. 4 damage. This is looking promising.
Yeah.
Could be one of those, surprising dazes while you're trying to attack somebody's situation. So Winter Soldier has pulled off in a few games for me, so maybe Christian will get lucky here.
Ooh, let's see if the crit rolls into a hit. No. Yes. 3 hits. 3 hits. Oh, and he can re-roll because he's within 1 of the target. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with the being quite nice.
Clever. Christian still got it. Didn't tilt. Um,
Is
and only one save there, so he should be taking another 2 hit points.
yeah. Oh, that's good. Go down swinging.
Rich debating what to do. Yeah, he's on 4 hit points out of 8. Ghost Rider now.
Yeah, I think he's got to consider what he wants to do with the winged tokens.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, he's got another attack after this beam potentially, or he could grab a cube and run.
So this is into Nick Fury Senior. 3 hits. 3 hits into so far
Yeah,
one save.
he's had good results on that beam. That's three hits. He's incinerated Nick Senior, oh Nick Junior.
Mm-hmm. He's rolled 3 hits again now. I'm not sure why he rolled again. Maybe they rolled too many dice. Christian's rolled 2 shields. So he takes 1 damage and is incinerated.
Incinerated, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's all the characters, right?
I wonder if he's going to do the follow me. Do you think he does it now, or do you think he saves it for later?
Huh. Now's a pretty juicy time to do it. I mean, he doesn't have 4 characters, but he does have 3 characters in there. And he's got the power for it. And is likely going to get dazed anyway.
Let's see what he does.
Yeah, the chat's wondering if he's going to do a penance stare into Winter Soldier instead.
Yeah, he's got options. Penance Day probably takes out Winter Soldier. It's a lot of extra dice. Winter Soldier does not like mystic attacks.
Yep.
And he's got wing in a token, so it's a 10 dice mystic. Probably does the job.
Yeah, but you know, it's not always you get 3 targets to shoot with 1 attack.
I think the beam's done its job. It's incinerated the 2 characters that aren't dazed and dazed Iron Man. It's made Christian blow his eye in the sky for the round. So it's very impactful.
Yeah, and I guess if he dazes another character, Rich, that is, Winter Soldier will get to do that got your back thing again, which is could be a disaster.
Yeah, and the thing is, right now, Rich has got the advantage by quite a bit.
Right, so just take the easier routes now.
Well, he has this one now, but I'm notorious for taking off the aggression too soon and losing games that way, so it's only...
Oh my god! 6 hits with a crit! Oh, 7!
It's going to be one of those games. So, who needs a penance there when you have a flaming whip?
Oh, Christian! He just one shot and Winter Soldier off the table.
I wonder if you remembered the reroll.
Sasha, you're hilarious. He's not worried about the reroll. Oh my god.
And are we going to either follow me?
Oh, whew. What a great start to season X. This is mayhem.
Yeah, guns akimbo, guns blazing, however you want to do that. Oof.
They keep clicking on stuff, but I think they're having a chat rather than indicating what's going on in the game.
Yeah.
Because Ghost Rider should be picking up that cube, if nothing else, before he ends the turn.
I mean, depends if he wants to pick up a cube and follow me or follow me and do something other. He's got options. Yeah. Interesting.
So, what's now? There's a lot of talking now. Hand wave.
Lots of talking.
Hand
Lots of
waving. I
talking.
wonder if they're considering of the concession. I'm just getting a message from Rich. Let's take a look.
Possibly.
Conceded. Conceded.
All right.
Right. Let's go over into their channel and say hello and see what's happening. See you over there.
See you now.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello,
So
hello.
bye.
Hey, everybody.
Is a bit tired. Goodbye. Do you put in long things?
What? What's that?
No,
Sorry.
I'm talking to Rich.
I can put it in long chunks, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Norbert, I'm off. See you.
Okay, yes. I
sometimes.
know you're not feeling well. Thanks for letting us stream the game.
Yeah, welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, Christian. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Rich. It's me here with Sasha. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Felt a little bit bad after that one. Yeah, I mean, him not taking out Groot in the last round. Did he take out Groot? No, he didn't take out Groot in the last round, which obviously gave me a lot of VPs. He got very unlucky. Obviously, we had Daz come in that last round. Even without all the pushes, I was in a pretty good place for a really nice beam attack with Ghost Rider anyway. But I mean, the fact that he didn't manage to take out Ghost Rider, I'm really glad I used Patch Up. I was 50-50 as to whether I should do it or not. But I'm really glad I used it because I think without it, I would have been dazed because he was on 4 damage already.
Yep.
So yeah, glad I played it. I mean, if that had carried on, that would have been a follow me into Bucky, who I think Bucky's got enough to be able to take out Red Guardian and Nick Fury, especially with the winging it token. So yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, I'm playing Guardians at the moment, but just sort of eagerly waiting for them to bring out Bill, really, so we can get him in the roster. But yeah.
Yeah, people were asking if you had Ronan in this roster as basically just a placeholder until Bill comes out.
Yeah, I mean, I've had Ronan in my Guardians roster, so I think not last season, the season before, I think it was, where I think I finished 6th overall or something. This roster hasn't really changed. The only 2 additions are Agent Venom and Winter Soldier. I think in the last time I played Guardians, in again two seasons ago, I think I took Viper and I can't remember who else, because I didn't need 10 characters. I only needed 5. Sorry, I only needed 8 because it was always Ghost Rider, Star-Lord, and then pick the rest of your Guardians to make the numbers up, basically.
Right.
So yeah, so it hasn't changed a huge amount. I do like Ronan. I think he's a great counter to Black Order. That's really when I play him quite a lot. You know, he's huge. You know, his ceiling is very, very high because he's guaranteed at the very least to get off 2 very big attacks with Accree Justice, with the guaranteed stun and stagger. So I actually don't mind him as a character. He brings some really nice control to the Guardians that they don't really have. But that universal weapon with a push on a wild, especially on Gamma Wave or something like that, can be really nice.
Nice. Okay, cool. But he'll be replaced by Bill when he comes out, or no?
Yeah, I think he probably does. He probably does go for Bill. I'm enjoying Agent Venom. We agreed beforehand that obviously, as per the TTS rules, he wouldn't be affiliated.
Right.
But really, at 16 threat, I'm never playing a 4 threat anyway. It's usually it's typically going to be Groot, Rocket, Star-Lord, and then Ghost Rider, and then either Drax or Winter Soldier to make the numbers up.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So look, you're a big fan of Ghost Rider. You've said it before on your show many times. And I think we saw why you like him so much. Boy, was he impactful in this game.
Yeah, I think in Guardians in particular, they've got some characters who can take multiple hits. I mean, you saw how often attacks were going into group, and the fact that he can heal himself for 3, even though it has now been reduced to once per turn. 2 power for 3 to remove 3 damage is huge, especially in a game now where healing is at a premium. We don't have access to all of the healing cards that we had previously. So what it allows Ghost Rider to do, and ideally, as soon as I pulled up cosmic portals, like if I can get that extra 2 power onto Ghost Rider round 1, it means I'm guaranteed the Hell on Wheels. And on his large base, it means that he can get to almost anywhere on the board at the halfway mark and double tap a character. And a double tap from Ghost Rider typically means that character's probably going to go down. But yeah, he dishes out some great damage.
You think
better with the winging it tokens. So
yeah, but you also, I mean, the fact that you didn't finish off Red Guardian and instead moved him back into the middle of the board was so masterful because of the fact that you were getting him ready to help out Winter Soldier bouncing forward. I mean, that was amazing.
Yeah, Winter Soldier. I mean, I think the obvious play may have been just a double tap Winter Soldier. Double tap Red Guardian, stay on that point, and score the 2 VPs.
Right.
I'd have lost Prio with that. I had no character on the board, I think, at the time, or at least in a good enough position where I could have played Follow Me. So it would have forced me to play Follow Me.
Yeah.
And keeping priority was really, really important. I was less bothered in this last round because whilst I'd have lost Prio, I mean, he'd have had hopefully 1, maybe 2 characters to activate, and I think at that point, I think the game's lost anyway. But yeah, I wanted to move him over because Ghost Rider got all of that power round 1. It meant that because Winter Soldier got all that power round 1. It meant that he was able to obviously jump off the back of Ghost Rider, get himself into a nice position, either as being able to make some attacks himself, or just to be in get your back range. So if he did manage to take out a Ghost Rider, for example, with whether it was Nick Fury with the shield, what they're called, Nick Fury and his grunts. I can never remember their name. Oh. The Howling Commandos. There we go. Or with Winter Soldier, at least had something in there that could retaliate. But yeah, I think Cosmic. I think Ghost Rider fits really, really well in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think particularly now with the new Crisis and the fact that I think going wider, there's more advantage to it, especially with the loss of single scoring opportunities. So any extracts that were single scoring have been removed from the game, but also any secures that were single scoring, like Deadly Meteors and Swords, and I think that was probably it, but have been removed from the game as well. So having that ability to go wider is huge. I mean, I could have essentially been 7 wide there, I think.
Yeah.
Or 6 wide to take Ghost Rider out and go with Nebula and Drax. But just the mobility that Ghost Rider has.
On a D map.
The fact that
on a D map
especially. Yeah, absolutely. And particularly on this map as well, right? I wasn't bothered about going behind early, because knowing the damage output that the Guardians have, it's not too much of a concern going 1 or 2 VPs down early games, as long as you can get your characters into good positions. I was very disappointed with my lovable misfits though.
Yeah, that was a drag.
But
them's the breaks.
I don't think you're a real Guardians player if you're not playing that. Like, you need some chaos.
Oh.
Yeah, speaking of which, Sasha is a favored Guardians player. So Sasha, go ahead and give your thoughts or questions for Rich from your point of view.
mean, the most interesting, I think, thing right now to ask is how much have the crisis changes impacted you? Like, how have the new crisis changed your view on your Guardians roster in any way?
Yeah, I think. I mean, in terms of my Guardians roster, not so much. In terms of how I'm playing the Guardians, definitely so. I used to be all out attrition with Guardians, and I don't think that's viable anymore or at least it's not viable as your only potential win condition. As I mentioned to Norbert, the width that the Guardians can go to, I think, is one of their biggest strong points. And the fact that they've, with that width, they've also got some high damage output characters. There's a lot of potential out of activation damage or additional non-action damage with them as well. That's only been enhanced now with the arrival of Agent Venom and Bill. Obviously, we saw Bill's new card today as well, which is utterly just crazy.
Right.
But Deadly Duo with Rocket, Lovable Misfits if it works. But also then you've got the chip damage from Ghost Rider with I didn't use it once this game actually, but with Wicked's Judgment.
Yep.
And then they got you back from Bucky as well. So whilst they do go wide, they're dishing out quite a lot of damage. And again, with putting those wing in it tokens, I was really annoyed. I chose round 1 to put a wing in it token on Rocket rather than Bucky, and it ended up being Bucky who got to make the attack.
Yeah.
And I think if I'd have had the wing in it token on Bucky, I could have probably taken Red Guardian out round 1, which would have been crazy for the VPs, because it would have meant it'd have been a swing of, I think, 2 in total, maybe even 3 VPs, which would have been crazy. But yeah, I like a wing in it token on my sort of long range characters early doors, or a character that I move up early who I'm hoping gets hit, so I can get the power onto Ghost Rider and then get him up the board.
Yeah, sure. All right, we have some questions from the audience, if you're all right with that.
Yeah.
All right. Question. Excuse me. Question is, please ask Rich, why is he such a detestable arsehole?
I used to be a really nice person, Norbert, and then I had to do community service and adopt Quinn, and ever since spending time with Quinn, it's just gone downhill.
Yeah, so you know each other well enough to have identified him just by the question.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, you're doing a good job keeping him off the streets. We see him on the show every week. So is that part of his parole thing? If he's not on the show, does he get thrown back into juvenile detention?
I have to sign his sort of sheet at the end of each week, he does go back. He does go back in with the bigger boys now as well, which is quite scary for him. So.
Right. No wonder he's been behaving. Right, Rich. Tell everybody where they can catch all of your content.
Yeah, you guys can catch me on RichMid Gaming. That's on YouTube. We cover primarily MCP content, but we do cover some other tabletop games there as well. We will be covering Shatterpoint, which I'm very excited about, and Norbert, I know you're excited about as well. RichMid Gaming, or you can check us out on the Savage Lands Discord. Go to any of my videos, and there's a link down to the Discord in the description of those.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. You do a great show every week on the Weekly Bugle, and also your server is full of really lovely people, very, very welcoming and open conversations there, no drama whatsoever, so that's a nice place to chat.
And Quinn as well, so
right.
The yin with the yang.
So thanks everybody. The chat today was amazing. So many people here. Thank you, Rich, for bringing your fans over to the channel for your game tonight.
Oh, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. I think we have a mutual fan base. So I wouldn't say they were my fans, no, but I'd say they were our fans.
Oh, lovely. That's so fine. Actually, Quinn Duggan saying that they're his only fans. Quinn's OnlyFan channel out there. If you check out the links in Rich's channel, maybe you can find the OnlyFans one for Quinn down there.
I would not recommend it.
All right.
Thank you for having me, Norbert. And Sasha, take care.
All right. Take care, Rich. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Sasha, thank you as well for sitting in tonight. Wonderful to be with you as always.
Oh, thanks, Norbert. Always a pleasure.
All right, wonderful. We'll catch you all next week for week 2 of Season X of the MCP TTS League. Have a great night.